Good evening everyone. In this video we are going to discuss the electron probe micro analysis. Okay, so this is also called it as like electron micro probe analysis. So in the electron probe micro analysis, so the micro beam is mainly it is used to find the non-destructive chemical analysis for minute solid samples. So this is the primarily function for this particular electron probe microanalyzer, and also the primary importance in the electron probe microanalyzer is the ability to occur precise quantitative elemental analysis for small spot sizes. So it will be like little as 1 to 2 microns level. Now we can see about the working principle of this electron probe micro analysis. So here it bombarding the micro volume of sample with the focused electron beam, so and collecting the X-ray photons, so thereby emitted by the various elemental species. So as the wavelength of this X-ray or characteristics of the emitting species, so the sample composition of can easily identify by the recording wavelength dispersive spectroscope, wavelength dispersive spectrometers, and separate based Bragg's law, and use various movable shaped monocrystals as monochromators. So here the electron probe microanalyzer is a fully qualitative and quantitative method, non-destructive elemental analysis to micron-sized volumes at the surface of materials with sensitive at the level of ppm. Okay, so it is fully compatible with the routine analysis session with easy to and direct interpretation of the result. So determination of the thickness, the elemental composition from nanometer to thick layers in stratified materials is possible over here. So that is about the working principle of electron micro probe analysis. So application of electron probe micro analysis is the electron probe microanalysis is the most commonly used method for chemical analyzing and geological materials small scales. So this is the common method, and also uh, it will be choose to where individual phases need to be analyzed and where the material is to be small size, and also widely used for analysis of synthetic materials such as optical wafers, thin films, and microcircuits, semiconductors, and superconducting ceramics. Then comes into the advantages. So mainly it will be used for quantitative chemical analysis, and uh, chemical analysis for the solid materials for small spatial scales, as well as this electron probes commonly have an array for imaging detectors, detector structures. Limitations of this electron probe microscope analysis is that it is unable to detect the lightest elements such as hydrogen, helium, lithium, etc. And some elements it will generate the X-rays with overlapping peak positions, and the probe analysis also cannot distinguish between the different valence states of Ferrous. So these are all the limitations of this EMPA. Then comes into the next one is the atomic force microscopy. So in the atomic force microscopy, so the Binning, Cotte, and Geber is invented in this technology. So it will be consist of the diamond shared attached strip and gold foil. So the diamond tip contacted the surface directly with the interatomic van der Waals forces, providing the interaction mechanism. So detection of cantilever vertical movement was done with the second tip and STM placed above cantilever. Now we are going to see about the working principle. So in the working principle of atomic force microscopy, the sharp tip it will be scanned over the surface of using a feedback loop and adjust the parameters needed to imagine a surface. Atomic force microscope does not need to conducting the sample instead of using the quantum mechanical effects like tunneling. Atomic forces are used to map the tip sample of interaction. So often referred to as scanning probe microscope. So there are atomic force microscope techniques for almost measurable yeah, force interaction like van der Waals, electrical, magnetic, thermal. For some of more specialized techniques, it will modify the tips and software adjustment are needed over here. Okay, so in addition to angstrom level positioning and feedback loop control, there are two components, mainly atomic force microscopy and deflection and force measurement. So in the atomic force microscopy for probe deflection, so traditionally most atomic force microscopes are use a laser beam deflection system where the laser is reflected from the back to the reflective atomic force microscopy onto the position sensitive detector. So here this tip cantilever typically micro fabricated from silicon to the silicon nitride. So typically the tip radius from the 10 seconds of nanometer. So measuring forces here, the atomic force microscope relays the forces between the tip and sample. So these forces impact the AFM imaging. The force is not measured directly over here. So it is calculated by the measuring of deflection of lever, knowing the stiffness of the cantilever according to the Hooke's law. F is equal to minus kz. So where here F is the force and k is the stiffness of the lever and z is the distance of the lever bend. In the feedback loop of atomic force microscopy is the laser deflection control the force tip position as in the figure. So it will be reflected from the back of the cantilever. It includes the AFM tips. As here the tip it interacts with the surface. The laser position on the photo detector is used to feedback loop to the track surface of the image measuring. So for limitation for this atomic force microscopy is the it can only the maximum height in the order 10 to 10 or 20 micrometers, and maximum scanning area is the 150 into 150 micrometers. So these are all the limitation, and it will be highly dependent on the AFM probes. Okay, so that is the one thing, and also the scanning speed of in this one it also very limited. And application, it will be used for in the biological process to images of the proteins and sample ceramic materials, human cells and individual molecules of DNA, and expression of metallic non-particles can image. So with the use of this atomic microscope. Okay, so this is about the electron probe microscope and atomic force microscope. So with that this model ends. Thank you.